we're going to look at some practice from 6.2. And this practice is meant to go over how you can use a dot plot in order to analyze two different sets of data. So we're going to use two dot plots, and we're going to use and compare their mean from their dot plot in order to determine which one, to be able to answer a statistical question. In this case, the question is which of these two math sets which one's more difficult? Now, what it doesn't say here that we need to assume is that there are the same number of questions in each of the math sets, because obviously if one set was like 70 questions and the other math set was 4 questions, then we shouldn't be able to compare the times. So we're going to assume that they are like the same number of questions in that math set. We're also going to assume that it's the same students doing the two sets, because if it's different people doing it, then how could you really judge? So it's the same people doing each set, and it's the same number of questions in each set. So set 1, we have the number of time it took them to complete that number of problems. And so it's asking us to find the mean of set 1. So to find the easiest way to find the mean here, I think, is, because the data is already clubbed together, is I'm just going to say, well, 27 times, I need 227. So that's 54 plus 56 plus, and I'm like, 3 times 29. So I'm going to do that because I don't know that one. So 3 times 29 is 87. So I'm going to add 87 to the 29. We had 2 30s, that's 60. So where am I getting these numbers from? Rather than adding 27 plus 27 plus 28 plus 28 plus 29, I'm saying, well, 27 plus 27 is 54. And 28 plus 28 is 56. So I'm kind of shortening the number of numbers I have to add. So I'm going to add 54 plus 56 plus 87 plus 60 plus 33. And that gives me 290. So I have a total of 290 total minutes in this. Now, how many people were surveyed to get to that 290? You have to count the number of dots. So the number of dots here would be 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'm going to divide by 10 to get the mean. It gives me a mean of 29. So pause this video and see if you can figure out the total for set 2. So 24, I had 24 4 times, I had 25 4 times, and I added 27 2 times. That gave me a total of 250. There's, again, 10 numbers, so I'm going to take 250 and divide it by 10 to find the mean, because the mean is when you add them all up and divide by the number of numbers, so 25. So I could kind of already tell from my data cluster that in set 1, the data clustered like around the 28 to 30 range, whereas the data clustered in the 24, 25 range for set 2. So it doesn't surprise me to find out that the mean for set 1 is higher than the mean for set 2. So what inference can I say is, well, based on the time it took them to complete, it seems like set 1, set 1 are probably more challenging than set 2, because it took them on average 4 more minutes to complete. I got the 4 because I subtracted the means. So on average, it took them 4 more minutes to complete the one set than the other. So that is how I can use the mean to make a statistical analysis or an inference. Thanks.